one of the important consequences in geographical isolation. 19th question. One of the important consequences of geographical isolation is, isolation means it is a separating, geographical isolation, preventing the speciation and speciation through reproductive isolation, random creation of new species, no change in the isolated fauna. What are the important consequences of geographical isolation? So geographical isolation means how it is we are main, isolation means separate, geographical isolation how we are find. So it is different organisms are produced different areas, so how it is possible through the reproduction only. So that's why the geographical isolation, um, through the process of speciation, that means speciation, that can be speciation means it is a new organism that can be produced through a reproductive isolation. So that's why this is based upon we are find the geographical isolation in any area. So preventing the speciation is not possible, and a random creation of new species also it's not, it is geographical isolation is not present, no change in the isolated fauna, it is also not possible. So that's why it is option B, it is the speciation through reproductive isolation. Okay, so that's the option, it is the B is the right answer. Next, question number 20. See, question number 20. Which one of the following areas, which one of the following areas which one of the following areas in India is a hotspots of biodiversity? So option A Eastern Ghats, B Gangetic Plain, and C Sundarbans, D it is the Western Ghats. So in India the hotspots mainly you can see it is the Western Ghats area and also northeastern Himalayas. Okay, you can see this two only. So here already option D is present. Okay, so that's why it is option D is right answer. Next, question number 21. A taxon facing extremely high risk of extinction in a wild, in a in the in the immediate feature is called critical endangered, and also be endangered, and C vulnerable, and extinct in the wild. Okay, actually safe question. It is a different question. Same little bit of variations are present in the options. So a taxon facing extremely high risk. Here what is this? Here what is this? Here the extremely high risk. Extremely high risk of extinction in wild in immediate, we called it is extremely high risk means it is a critically endangered, not sorry critically endangered, not endangered. Okay, so here option A is correct. What is meant by here endangered? Endangered means it is a very high risk, it is a very high risk only, that's how we call it is endangered. Next, vulnerable means what is meant by here the vulnerable? It is the high risk only. It is the high risk only. That is called it is a vulnerable. Extreme means already disappear. So extremely high risk. Here extremely high risk means it is a critically endangered will come. Endangered means it is a very high risk, not extreme. Okay, and vulnerable means high risk only. So that's why it is option, it is A option, it is A critically endangered, not B endangered. Okay, so it is a little bit of confused bit. Next, next question you see, The species that involved in a bare area we called, what do you call? It is the species involved in a bare area. It may be present in ecosystem. That's we called it is a pioneer species. Okay, pioneer species is the right answer. And option A, you can see ketone species in ecosystem. In ecosystem play a main major role. That means the role within the ecosystem called called it is we call it is a ketone species. Okay, so it is the role within the ecosystem we call it is ecosystem. The role within the ecosystem we call it ketone species. Extinct species means already disappear. Here rare species means it is incomfortably, that means the species is unseen. Okay, unseen means it will be seen but very quite rare. That's we call it is the rare species. That means simply called it as infrequently. What do you call it is infrequently. Next, so that's why pioneer species. Several plant and animal species are present together at a place constitute genus and population, biome and community. So here we call it is several plant and animal species present together we call it is a community. Okay, so that's why answer it is a option, it is the D is the right answer. Population means a group of individuals we call population. Biome means a large amount of it is a plant and animals living in a vast region we call it is a biome. So genus means already you know this, so that's why option desert D is right answer. Next, deserts and rainforest tundra are example of community, biome and ecosystem and population. So actually it is these deserts and rainforest tundra it is example of biome. Why? Because already I told the rotation of our planet around the sun and tilt of its axis causes annual variation in the intensity and annual variation in the intensity and duration of light and temperature to formation of it is the different seasons. These different seasonal variations together with annual precipitation to form the different kinds of biomes, tropical rainforest and deserts and grasslands and also different kinds of it is a deciduous forest form. So that's why it is a biome is the right answer. Okay, that's why here biome is the right answer. Community already in that ecosystem means a group, different types of community together it can be formed the ecosystem. Okay, so next question number 25. Life is sustainable with water only because it makes 90% of protoplasm. Translocation of nutrients inside the body occurs within the help of water, and water loss in the form of sweating and transpiration helps to maintain the body temperature and all of this. Actually this is it makes the life is sustainable with water only because of it makes 90% of protoplasm. So remaining of these minerals and sugars and also amino acids are present. So that's why it is option, it is the A is the right answer, sustainable with water. The translocation of nutrient inside the body occurs with the help of water. So but it not that much, the translocation of nutrients inside the body occurs within the help of water, may not 90%. Okay, so the option C, water loss in the form of sweating and transpiration helps maintain the body temperature. So it's not sustainability with water only, it is mainly it is belongs to the water loss in the form of sweating. So this also it is mainly you can say depending upon the temperature based upon. Okay, so all of this not wrong, only it makes 90% of protoplasm and remaining one it is within water only because of remaining ones are it is made up of it is minerals, sugars, amino acids, other components are remain 10% it can be present. Okay, in the cells. Next, which of the following algae are found in the deepest ocean water? When the deepest ocean water mainly present in the red algae, yellow algae and green algae, brown algae. So already in first year we discussed the deepest region mainly the presence of algae we call it is the red algae. Red algae it is containing the pigment is of phycoerythrin. It is a blue green pigment. The blue green pigment only absorb the sunlight particular depth of the region. So that's why those organisms are living. So in such organisms this light present, so those organisms are they can be preparing the different food materials such as it is the phycoerythrin. So example is a red algae. Okay, yellow means it is a phaeophyte organ, brown algae it is a phaeophyte organisms, and green algae means green algae, yellow means it is a xanthophytes are present. Okay, next, when the organism, question number 27, when the organism change their location to escape from the harsh environment is called, what do you call, means it is the migration. Okay, escape from harsh environment, from what are the stressful habitats to they are going towards the hospitable area, that's what we call it is a migration. Okay, that's why we called it is the migration. So next, hibernation. Hibernation means, what do you call it is hibernation? Hibernation means it is a polar regions, from polar regions to some other regions migrating, that's process we call it is hibernation, and particularly in the winter and during the summer time. So escaping in a summer time, some of the organisms, such a process we call it is estivation, example snails and fishes. And virilization means in the low temperature condition the flowers are inducing, we call it is a virilization. Okay, remaining you can practice. I will send to answers to in your WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you.